Alright, what's up everybody? This is going to be my update to the most recent video I made on the Ancestral Warrior Totem. I've done some tweaks. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to start off by showing you a map, and then I'm going to go into the skills and the items and the passive tree. So, just to show, I'm going to do a boss map for you guys with +3 to difficulty. It's going to be a tier 15. Yeah, I mean, basically the same thing as I did last time, just a little bit more refined this time around. I made some changes. I added another totem to the build, actually, rolling slam totems. I didn't even know if that was going to work, and it seemed to work really, really well. I've made Sunder a full clearing skill now. So the rolling slam totems are for single target. As you can see, it just killed that rare. The Sunder totems have massive AoE. They can still kill rares if you don't want to take your time to put down the rolling slam totem. I mean, all it is replacing the previous one you just put down, but I want to say thank you guys for watching. I did not think I was going to get as many views as I did. Honestly, I went in with the expectation of getting maybe under 100 views, and I was hoping for anywhere over there, and I was literally hoping for one comment, and I'm super appreciative and very, very surprised that I got this many views. So I'm gonna start off by saying thank you. I'm gonna keep, whatever you guys, if you're really enjoying this build, which I hope you are, because I do think it's fun. Again, I'm a big one-button build enjoyer. I'll keep updating it for however many people want me to. I'll try my best. Maybe you guys are god gamers and you've passed me already. I haven't been playing that much PoE because I've been super busy with work and stressed and stuff like that. See, that's the rolling slam totems. They got him. I mean, I don't really need to explain how much damage it's doing. You guys have a pretty good idea, if you followed the build, how much damage it really does for how little investment you have to put into it. I also want to say that the first video I put out was such a quick, I just threw it up because I noticed that no one else had builds on Ancestral Warrior Totem, and I also noticed that a lot of people were just having a hard time with the game, like I said in my previous video. So that build and that video was nowhere near finished. I just wanted to get it up so you guys had some sort of framework to follow, some sort of path you could. Why are these guys not targeting him through the wall there? Some sort of guide you could follow just to get your gameplay going smoothly. I do know that somebody in the comments asked if I could do kind of like a leveling POB, and I will. I did level this whole build with Leap Slam and Bone Shatter, and prior to Leap Slam I did Rolling Slam and Bone Shatter. So I'll make a passive tree, and I'll show you the skills and supports that I used during my campaign. It was quick. I did the campaign really quick. The league came out last Friday. I finished the campaign Saturday morning. I played from about 3 o'clock on Friday until 1 o'clock on Friday night, and then I just woke up early. It was about a 10.5 to 11-hour campaign. I think that was somewhere. Oh, I'm stuck in the wall from Leap Slam. Thank you, Leap Slam. And again, if anyone who watches me talk through the actual map, thank you. Are my rolling slam totems not targeting this guy? And they just miss. Okay, thank you. want to show you the damage if I can make him. There we go. Come on. This is a +4 boss. I'm just gonna stand here and tank him too, so I can show you how tanky the build is. There we go. The only problem with the Rolling Slam Totems is if you're fighting a boss that moves around a lot. Sometimes they miss because the way I scaled... Oh, I'll come back and finish that later. Because I want to get into the other breakdown. But you guys get the point. You know, there's a lot more AoE on Sunder now. A lot more single target with the Rolling Slam. So, I'll go... I'm sorry, my inventory's all scuffed. But I'll go over my items. I think I may have had these items when I last showed you guys. I haven't upgraded the weapons because +7 to level of all melee skills is really expensive. And I just haven't had the currency, and I think that there's better upgrades to make prior. But I'm still using, again, on your weapons, you just want +2 to level of all melee skills and strength. So I'm using that on both. Just the max strength number I can get. And the strength is just so you can dual wield with Giant's Blood and more HP. They added these runes in the game that add attributes, so if you can't afford the skill speed one, I think skill speed's really good because if you notice on your totems, skill speed will actually reduce the attack time for the totems as well. Skill speed is cast speed and attack speed. So when I get more money, I'm going to replace the strength one in here with more skill speed in both of them to make my totems attack faster. I corrupted the body armor, giving it 3 sockets, and I socketed in percentage max life. These are what my reses look like right now. My rings aren't much different. I'm using the same ring as I had last time. This ring is new. I went for chaos res, max life, and rarity, because now as you get up in maps, you know, you might want your rarity a little bit higher. Mine's at 64. It does have diminishing returns. I know that you could go up to like 150 before it really went down. So yeah, I mean, it like I don't, in the previous video I explained that this ascendancy, you really don't need a lot of resistances on your gear. You might want to have fire res here and there, but all in all, like, you're looking for, you know, strength, fire res, max life, and with your amulet, gloves, and weapons, you want level of all melee skills. The amulet can go up to +3, okay? So currently I have 3,821 health. I have 944 regen when I'm next to a totem, and then with the font down, I'm up to 1,100. So I get my entire health pool back in about 3 seconds. 64 chaos res. I'm overcapped on cold, lightning, and fire. I will go hover over the passive tree for the people who don't use POB. Again, I've changed it around a bit. I've saved some skill points in areas. And again, I'm still fine-tuning it, but I do think the life regen's really good. It's really fun too. Ideally, upgrades I would make to the build when I obtain more currency is Grand Spectrum rubies. So that would be 2% life for the first one, and then the next one it would be 4% for both of them, and the next one would be 6%. So if you got 3, it would be in an extra 18% life, which would probably bring me up to like 4,200 or so, maybe more than that. But yeah, I changed around the skill tree a little bit. I grabbed more life recovery rate. I got out of all of the attribute nodes up here, pathing up this way, so I could grab more life regeneration rate. Yeah, so I'm gonna just keep hovering this for a second for you guys to see. If I had a lot of money and I could get a lot of fire res on the gear, and if you guys have a lot of money and you want to change your ascendancy around, the only thing I would change is I would keep the max life and strength, because it's super hard to get life in this game, and you know, life is a global defense as well. So I would change the body armor grants 75 fire res to another 5 max fire res, or body armor grants 25% fizz hits taken as fire. I mean, those are the best bets. Again, you're probably better off, instead of going like increased strength or max life, with fizz as fire or more max fire. but I just think life is funny, especially with the amount of regen I have. Like, if I put all this down, if I use my leap slam as well, I go up to 1500 life per second. So yeah, I'll go over the gems real quick. So I think this is pretty flushed out. Excuse me. Flushed out by this point. I'm using Ancestral Warrior Totem still, with Sunder as my clear, Martial Tempo, Heft, Physical Mastery for the extra physical damage on the totem, and then Upheaval. Upheaval is what gives it those fissures. It makes it super wide. For the single target, I'm using, again, an Ancestral Warrior Totem, level 20 gem this time in this one, also 6 linked, with Rolling Slam, Brutality, Heavy Swing, Close Combat, and Concentrated Effect. This is just like for as much damage as I could possibly think of. If you look at the Rolling Slam, the first hit average is 59,000, second slam is 119, basically 120,000. It can do up to 137,000 if you're lucky. And that's each warrior totem. I mean, you saw that boss. He had like 2 million health or something. He died very quick. I also want to say, you know, I've done Citadels. I've done the Expedition bosses. I'm up to like the tier 3 on that. I've done the Essence unique map, the boss unique map. Like this build, again, like I don't have that much investment in it. I'm just kind of showing you guys what I've done to upgrade the build with the few currency drops I've been getting. I feel like something is up with the currency. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm not getting very much at all for the time I'm putting in. With juicing my maps, you know, I'll go over my Atlas a little bit too for now. I'm only at 24 points because it's so hard to find the corrupted maps. But basically, I'm just going, like, I had to go down for Waystone drop chance and stuff like that because I wasn't sustaining Waystones that well. So I'm increasing explosive modifiers at this point. It's a good way to juice. And then I also have essences down here because the essences are really cool. And you can tie them with your boss maps too, where they always contain additional essence. But this one node down here, like, it allows your essences to have like 4, 5, and sometimes 6 essences in them. And some of the essences are worth a bit, you know? Like, if you get greater chaos ones, I think they were like 20 exalt. So I'm starting to save up on these, and then when people figure out builds and crafting, I'll start selling them in mass quantities. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, I'll give you guys an updated POB, and then I will, you know, I'll add a leveling one in the description as well. Again, if you guys have any more like tips for me, or you want to know some more stuff from me, or want me to make a separate video explaining certain things, just write in the comments, because I really don't know, you know, what you guys might want. It's hard to to do this and talk to yourself. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll just hover the items one more time. Again, for the people that don't use POB, but I will be linking the POBs. So again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll make another video. Thanks.